Good morning. I'm going to record another video about a current market condition. And we start with calendar as well. We're gonna publish. Good morning. We are looking at the markets right now, and I hope 20 minutes is going to be enough to simply make some decision and look at what happened on the market. There was a few days after entering my position. So last Friday, I was entering. One position was stopped out, another position was profitable. So I'm looking at economic calendar now. Today is Thursday. Yes. So today, no important news other than balance of trade in Australia, non-farm payrolls in USA, unemployment rate, retail sales, and Canada, IV, SA. It shouldn't have that much influence, just non-farm payrolls could have, as well as unemployment rate, but it's tomorrow. So let's look at the markets. The trade I'm currently in is GBP JPY. So looking at this trade, it seems like it was a right decision to stay there. So as you see, from a 4-hour time frame, there was a fib. That fib was disrespected. 61.8 was disrespected, and then the price struggled to break higher. And it bounced from 29.2 from that smaller fib. But I wasn't entering this trade from a 4-hour perspective, although yes, it was. So I was aiming at this fib, which was 61.8, like a perfect fib. And right now I'm even thinking about adding to this position on GBP JPY. So I'm gonna have to take some notes because I'm gonna forget what I was telling. So saying GJ adding to the short. Okay. If there's nothing better to do. So from a daily perspective, yes, from a daily perspective, it is a consolidation, and it should okay, it's not that obvious. Okay, no. It is a consolidation. This respected 61.8, bounce from 29.2, then bounce from 61.8, but the price again struggles. So I think we're gonna fall down to the 88.6 at least. But that's just my quick outlook on GJ. Let's go back to 4-hour. Okay, my previous trade on GJ. So if I remember correctly, I was trying to trade on Euro NZD, and it was a 4-hour, like 30 minutes short. Am I right? I might be. So Euro NZD. Similar situation to similar situation to GBP/JPY, but in this context, we might have to look probably look, if we look at this like that, as if it was like consolidation range, then you see the price bounced from 29.2, it tapped into it 2 times on a daily time frame, and then it decided it bounced from 50, it decided to bounce from 29.2, and then just switched, the trend will switch to downtrend. And right now the price doesn't want to fall. Instead, it keeps the level from a bigger scale fib. Therefore, I was thinking about longing it, but it was like the scale was too small. Scale was too small. Because this was like 30-minute time frame. The fib was disrespected. It wasn't a clean fib. Therefore, I should be more like careful with that. So as you see, it was a little bit in profit, then it closed, and after a weekend, it opened and at Sunday evening, exactly where I was aiming at the target. So if I made this stop loss at least 88.6, then it had a chance to not be stopped out. Okay. So when scalping, make wide stop losses towards at least 88.6 fib. Okay, I know this is like universal, not always able to apply. In this case, it was applicable. So those 2 trades had a potential to be profitable. And after that, there was very choppy structure. And nothing encouraging on 30 minutes. Instead, on daily, it's a better swing trade entry on a daily if we get some candle in opposite direction, I would say on 4 hour or 3 hour or 2 hour. If there's an engulfing candle, then I might consider adding this Euro NZD to a swing trade long. Okay, other than that, it's not encouraging me at all to enter or even focus on this pair. Let's go back. Bitcoin. Okay, what it did. Like during the conflict, the aggressive posture of Iran or USA against Iran, I don't know. How does it look? We are in some type of correction in a downtrend. But no, it wasn't a usual correction. So we fell down, immediately bought the Bitcoin back, and there was some fib 61.8. but it was after a while disrespected, the price struggled, disrespected fib, and then okay, and then we are trading above previous structure, the previous correction. So from okay, how to look at Bitcoin? I'm really trying to look at Bitcoin, and you know, if there's a crisis, the Bitcoin might actually be a good like safe haven. This is just like gold, but in order for that to work, there has to be some good structure, and it listen, look. If we look at this, okay, someone might think, okay, there was a structure, because you know, over there we had this structure to keep the price not falling further, and the same as here. Instead, you know, this is a previous like structure which I think is strong. It's going to be a strong resistance to Bitcoin. You know, it might trade a while in this range, so I would still lean towards shorting it, if anything, because I mean, in the swing type of trading, then like shorting it right now is the ideal moment to short it on a swing trade. So, but if we look at like scalping, then and yeah, it's still dangerous to keep longing it. Now, this is a good sign that we are trading above this previous like resistance level. If there's going to be a nice engulfing candle upwards, then perhaps Bitcoin might be a good option for a long, but on a very short time frame, very like small scale. VIX volatility, okay, it has to increase because of the conflict on the Middle East. Nasdaq. Okay, I was talking a lot about Nasdaq recently. I remember that. It's going to. So I didn't enter this, but if I did, it would be a loss. So glad I haven't entered it. But I remember talking on a daily that I lean towards a short, but still it's not fulfilled the criteria, like the aim. So I was aiming at even 50 or 29.2 first, but it didn't happen. So, and right now, in a 3-hour or even 4-hour, there's a volume over there. I think we have too many fibs, no? Let's get rid of some of them. Instead, we're gonna just mark chart with this kind of. So this is a like 61.8 fib. This is also a 61.8. And I was hoping this is going to be another leg, some kind of, but the price disrespected that 61.8. And we are in a ranging market right now. This is a pure consolidation. Even I would say, like, market switched to the downside a little bit compared to a previous top. So like, obviously for me it's obvious. We should be looking for a short, especially looking from a, okay, too many fibs again. This big one and this small one. This small one, okay, local hand sharp, but let's get rid of that. Where's this consolidation coming from? Okay, similar to GJ, I think shorting it might be wise. Towards where? Towards 29.2. Because we had many reactions from 29.2, and but okay, this could be something that everybody considers. So Nasdaq might still do something unexpected, because that's how the market works. Like there are many guys like me sitting in front of the chart and deciding. Some of them have more money, some of them have less, and you know, we are all trying to figure out what the market is going to do. Let's look at some signs on RSI, for example. Okay, there is some sign of weakness, additional sign of weakness. You see, this top is on RSI is higher than this, which is this and this. They are quite similar. They're quite balanced on the price chart. So again, this is some sign of weakness, and we might I might want to short the market. You see my small fibs. Like if there are many fibs which are failing, it means the market is weak. And the same we had over there. 61.8 failed to reach higher level. Again, 61.8 failed to reach higher levels. And this one was also like this level was failed. And then okay, we reached the higher levels, but we switched to the downtrend. Now the downtrend is stronger, but seems like the uptrend is getting strength again because of this huge candle. But this is like manipulated market condition. The algorithms are trying to like convince me that this is a uptrend. Okay, the video on TradingView is over. I'm going to continue as usual the video on YouTube. So see you there if you will, or see you in the next video on TradingView. Thank you for watching. Okay, no, I shouldn't forget to click that button. So I was just analyzing 3 pairs on TradingView. So GJ, Euro NZD, or USD NZD, Euro NZD, and gold Bitcoin. Bitcoin and US tech. Okay, this is all I analyzed on my TradingView. Now we are ready to go farther. So if I had to decide, of course, the first thought is short the market. Because of this fib, which is like more perfect. See this big fib bounce from 61.8, and so market, in my opinion, gives me another opportunity to enter short. See? But this short might not be you know what? I think I'm gonna mark this one, which is already marked, and I think I'm gonna enter short. And short, I'm gonna make the short on the daily time frame, even towards 29.2, which is amazing risk to reward. And you know, quickly I'm gonna calculate how many dollars am I going to lose if this is not going to work out as planned. But I think on the smallest lot size, wait, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm done with the calculation. So the smallest lot size is going to cost me $56 with this range of stop loss. So the red measurement, red price range, is showing me exactly the amount of pips on the amount of dollars on the smallest range. So I'm tempted to minimize this one to like reasonable areas, but you know, this is preventing me from entering a kind of quite nice trade, which is bad, because if I'm able to enter such positions on a daily, then you know, this can transform my trading. So I have to reconsider everything and probably just enter that. So if another option would be to take a little bit more risk and set the stop loss. Like I was aiming towards this moving average, you see, that one. But I could also aim towards the size of this candle, and a few like 10 or 20% more. And this is also a this aligns with the previous high, but still it's $40, and I don't want to risk $40 on that. I don't want to get too much drawdown on my account, so I'm gonna have to reconsider that. Okay, US dollar, amazing price movement on a 4 hour. Let's look at this on a daily. A huge spike. Of course it was. So you see, I remember I was having a feeling that entering long on US oil might be good. But I was considering that based on a structure and not based on a political events. Or just the opposite. I was trying to short it. Yeah, I remember I was trying to short it. But it did showed another bias. Let's get rid of automatic, because right now the price is flattening too much. So this is how it looked like. This is how it looked like at last Friday, when I was looking at US oil. And you can see that there was a fib. Some volume. The volume was fulfilled. There was reaction. Price trended. Price had a trend. Big candles downwards. Then a engulfing candle upwards. And small retracement down. But this engulfing candle was too big. It was already an indication that something is off. Something is cooking. So, the people with money, they know earlier, because they hear rumors, they hear they are like the situation. They're paying money for research and so on. So they're almost like insiders. So you see, this candle was a already indication. And for me, it was like, okay, this is going to be like fake out move, and seeing that it's perfect fib, it's perfect perfect retracement. Therefore, it has to be like a trap. But it wasn't. It wasn't a trap. It was a perfect long. I was hoping that I'm gonna see there some kind of rejection, and therefore I put this stop loss and a short position over there. There wasn't a clear entry, so I haven't decided to enter. Instead, we had this and no, it still is not too crazy. It still seems to be under control. It was a 22% increase, so it is crazy, because huge volumes, huge candles. But as you see, it could be not 22, it could be like 40% or 35% increase, if not the algorithm trying to flatten the price a little bit. So huge gap, which was fulfilled again. See there, with this wick was fulfilled. And right now, I think still longing it wouldn't be a bad idea. This is like 2-hour time frame. Let's look at it on 4-hour. It doesn't give me good structure. It doesn't give me good structure. Other than this 61.8, and here the wick. If we get something like that, which we are already getting, then perhaps a little scalp on this pair might not be a bad idea. I'm talking about a long, but it is dangerous. See, something like that. Price hadn't broken out of the previous range, but it is in a good position to either, try to scalp it long or try to range trade it, and then it would be short. Okay, interesting stuff. Let's look at the daily candles. So price is at the previous levels. Friday, June, last year. Now, the old prices are rising again. Is it just a spike? And is it going to continue now, like fall down? What happened in June so that we had this small spike? I don't remember, but I might ask internet browser, or search in the internet browser. This seems to be a very aggressive move, and is it going to stop there? Since COVID, the oil price is were only going higher. And then, I don't know what was, election or some kind of event. Since then, someone is pushing the prices. Like stability on the markets is pushing the prices downwards. We are still in a downtrend. If we look at moving averages, there's still a downtrend. If the black one and gray one which is $55 and okay, 55 and 100. If those two crosses on a daily, then it could mean that this is a top, or this is just a short spike. Like, it depends, you know. I cannot trade this other than scalping it, because for me it's too dangerous at this point. S&P. S&P. It's losing steam. It's ready for a leg down. So regardless of what Trump is saying, it still might do some kind of correction first. German 40. Okay, German 40 already fall down because Europe is closer to conflict, which is occurring probably, but its structure why are there two gaps? Friday, Monday, Tuesday. That's interesting. And also there are two gaps. Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. Monday and Tuesday. Between Monday and Tuesday there is a gap. Amazing stuff. No, I don't like to trade the markets with so many gaps. Gold. Remember what I was saying about gold? We have again bigger volume spikes, which means the volatility in gold is coming back. $61.8. A 4 hour. Something like that. $61.8. $61.8. And on a bigger frame, there's 61.8, which is disrespected and still uptrend. So I think longing gold is wiser approach. Although something wants to push it lower, looking at the candles and the size of them. No. the price goes slowly up and then falls rapidly down. So this is a reverse logic. It should be different. So it should go rapidly up and slowly down. And this is a good retracement then, but now it's not. Now it's confusing. There is some kind of structure also at this point. So a long on gold. Eventually, yes, I think yes. It should be good. Long on gold. How many dollars? $15 or what? If this is a $15, I'm gonna risk it. Let's look what the silver is doing. And let's look what palladium is doing. Okay, palladium is showing more weakness. In the context of gold and silver due to the price action placement. It's more or it's similar to silver. Gold wants to push higher, in my opinion. Although yeah, it might push higher. So disrespected the 61.8. It didn't continue the downtrend. So I guess it's a good place to enter long on gold. UK 100. I never looked at UK 100. I would rather long it than short. So if there is going to be a good condition for a long, I think longing UK 100 might be reasonable. But silver and palladium. Palladium doesn't give any good structure on 2 hour. Silver does. Oh, too many volume spikes on silver, to be honest. Therefore, I think looking on a daily on silver might be better. This, see, this candle gave amazing volume. Biggest volume. This one candle was one big volume. 61.8 on the silver. And now again 61.8. A little bit disrespected. Yeah, I think silver might give a good entry for a long as well. But again, I don't like these candles, these big candles. But you know, looking at the bigger fib, which is this, it's 50. Therefore, just because it is 50, it means, you see, we are, so this is the level 29.2. Yes. Silver is going to be a good short. I mean, good long. Good long. But silver is even worse to trade. You have to have a big lot size to trade silver. You know, I'm not aiming towards a new highs, but I think because we are bouncing from 29.2 and we are currently in a good position, like on a 29.2, it could mean that this is going to see another leg upwards. Yes. Just the palladium doesn't give me a good feeling. So let's continue. Damn. So XPD USD. So this is palladium I was talking about. So I don't know. UKO looks quite similar. And on GU, there was a trade, but I haven't took it. As you can see, it went that direction. Okay, let's not get okay on a daily on GU. Oh, I remember. No, look how handy it is to analyze something on a daily. I was suggesting that it might go towards 61.8, which it did, and now we have a strong resistance forming in 61.8. So this was a success. So never mind. Why I wanted to go long? Yeah, because I was also considering like the price having a strong rejections from the 50, but let's not get too confused. But, okay, let's leave that. Never mind. But right now, like on a 4-hour, the price has disrespected 61.8. You can clearly see it closed below 61.8 from that bigger frame. So I think it might react. And we might see the price action going towards 50 or even 29.2 or even like this previous highs. Therefore, like, how many hours until the candle close? Like 20 minutes. So I'm curious if I can set any alert. Seems like no, not even one. Not even one. On a not even one. Oh my god. I have some shoulder pain. That's interesting. Okay. So I'm aiming towards a long position. It's more like a scalp. The target is going to be the 50 fib. And I think this should work out, although this is a downtrend, but again, no. The structure is encouraging. To try. It's looking at this from a previous perspective. It's 61.8, which was disrespected. So there is a conflict of forces pushing the market. See? This was 61.8, which was disrespected. So I think that it might be wise to long it. And I'm gonna do that after, like, if the 11 o'clock is going to occur. So GBP USD long. Now, first time I'm gonna need some editing. Good that I installed a software for editing. My last video about eating kebab with my sister made me to want to do that. But okay, let's not dive too deep into things. Good. GJ, I thought and I told that I'm gonna consider adding to the position. Like, wait, the paintings that I made are not very clean and not very. Is it actually 61.8? Yes, it was. No, it's not a obvious play. It's probably more like like a swing trade from a daily time frame. I'm gonna leave it like that. Probably even move the stop loss to break even. I think that's the wisest approach to do. On GJ, moving stop loss to break even, and if anything, then adding to the position, and also at the break even stop loss. But you know, this is again, conflict of interest. Like, if you want to add the position, then why you move the stop loss to break even? You shouldn't move stop loss to break even if you want to add. But that's just my opinion. GBP NZD. On a GBP NZD, we are at 88.6, which could be a point of reversal, or like sign that the market is losing steam. So 88.6, that clearly tapped 2 times. Does it look encouraging? No, it doesn't. Let's not look at it. It's a downtrend. If anything, then probably taking a short, but the short would be the best over there. And right now, the price will have to reach the levels again. No, it's a no. GBP CAD. Downtrend. $50. No, not a good structure. GBP CHF. Was it the bottom? Doesn't look good to me. GBP AUD. Neither. USD CAD. If I entered this, then it would be loss. And the logic was simple. Price channel, seemingly strong price channel. It's now widened. Adjusting the price channel accordingly. Now it looks more like something. So my logic behind this was it might react from there and we're gonna short it. But this was a sign of strength. Now this is a loss, a potential loss, which I haven't took. So it does like point towards something. This market ain't easy. Again, potential loss on CHF JPY. What I'm saying, a win and then loss, of course. So is it another opportunity for a long, or is it rather yeah, I think it might be opportunity for a long. If you look at this on a daily time frame, See that? But not a single candle, not a single bullish candle on a daily. Which isn't a good sign. But CHF-JPY could be a good long. Not very sure about it, but CAD JPY. Too many fibs. Firstly, what do we have? We have a loss. Price did not stop there. So 29.2 was respected, but not all the way. Making this support resistance kind of play, or if the price drops over there, then I think it could go higher from there. But right now this is too dangerous to even consider. NZD-USD. Another loss, potential loss, because I haven't took it. Why would I want to long from there? It's because of this fib. Oh, sorry. I'm sleepy. When I eat food, I feel sleepy. When I don't eat anything, then I feel without energy. So 50. A bounce from 50. Okay, right now I see potential play for a short. This is a good play. NZD-USD. NZD-USD short. Yes, I think this one I should even enter immediately. But tomorrow we have news with USD. So it might not be that obvious. But certainly this is one of, like, I think it could be a good setup. But the problem is the divergence on the other side is a problem. See, the previous high is almost equal with the current high, so this lower high, which means this short could not be that good. But structurally, looking at this from a higher time frames, bounce from 50, 29.2. We should revisit 61.8. It's not a guarantee, because you never know. in this case, we haven't visited 61.8. Let's just study history and then we're gonna see similar stuff over there. See, divergence there, flat RSI there, and okay, if we study history, then I think this is not a good short. I'd rather, like, the second thought would be going long from a fib, from a 61.8 fib and over there. So what I want to see is that, no, and I'm gonna go long from there. Sorry, so sorry. It's just because, like, before we haven't had this type of structure. 61.8 by the 50. USD JPY. 61. This candle is still printing. It's a daily candle. It doesn't mean that it's not going to fall down. It doesn't mean that it's going to continue up. Not a clean structure to read. But no, compared to the previous impulse, we have those steps. So waves. First one, second one, and third one. Just because of the wave count, 1, 2, 3, this might be a beginning of a drop. Doesn't have to be, because but this is one confluence. Like, this is a third wave. There are seemingly equal highs, and previously the price reversed, came back from there. There's a strong resistance over there, and the price revisited a couple times and came down from there. So USD JPY, not sure about it. USD THF. I painted the channels and look how they how do they work. Amazing. Like, this point was important. I did this before. I'm not adding this. And we had one fib which was disrespected. Another fib which was flat. But this fib was on a border of two channels. and also 2 times 61.8. And the price dropped upwards. Now 61.8. Now there's nothing. But this is a very nice trade, which you really want to see. Other than that, price is flat. And on a daily, this might be even a good place to short it. This makes more sense right now. See? This is a daily fib. $29.2. Nothing much actually. But right now, this might be a good short. Like on a swing time frame perspective. Just because this is a good 61.8. Just because of that. Okay, USD CHF. Short swing. That's why it's significant or important to look at daily. And the USD I was also pointing towards short, but only looking at this on a daily time frame. But last time was 50, so it's not that clear. Therefore, USD CHF is a cleaner short. AUD USD. Nothing on the daily. USD AUD. Same. DXY. Nothing clean on the daily. Euro USD. Of course. The trade was failed due to the war. Due to the aggression of Iran. They knew something already, no? Because it was a clean fib, 61.8. It should work out. But then it bounced from 29.2, so they already knew something over there. And then it disrespected 61.8 and then did the wedge kind of, and then bounce on Sunday. It started to fall. Not a good thing. And like this should open a window for Euro USD to keep falling. You never know. You Never know. Never know. Not a good trade. Euro JPY. This could be a win. It was a nice win, but I haven't took it. I haven't felt confident enough to take it. But like, this was the indication. So RSI was high and then again. Or was it this? Yeah, you can see clearly on a 30-minute. But the RSI is slightly falling down, and those stops in the price action are higher. See? So a divergence. So RSI 1, although it wasn't a clean win, it's the price that fell down only a few hours later. It's a pity to see something like this and not being able to profit from that. But right now, there's another opportunity. This time it's a long. Possibly it's also going to be good. I'm gonna Euro JPY I really like. Euro USD wasn't actually. So Euro JPY. Long. For €1 we're gonna get more JPY. Why? I have no idea why, but I think might be good. See, this wasn't a good fib. It was like open fib, so not a close 61.8 fib. So the price was there, now it's there. I think this might be something. This might be a good setup. From a daily perspective, $29.2. This respect is 51.8. But now the 61.8 kind of seemed to be respected again. Where's the current fib? This is the current fib. So this is what I'm talking about. 61.8 from a bigger like consolidation frame. 61.8 from this move. I think we might see this market shooting upwards. EuroCAD. For €1 we're gonna get less CAD. Sorry. Euro CHF. CHF gets stronger when euro falls down. Let's quickly look at this. Euro GBP. Was it really? It was 50. It wasn't 61.8. You have to be specific. It was a bounce from 50. In my opinion, this is more like leaning towards a long. For €1, you're gonna get more GBP. Why? Doesn't sound like a good thing. Why is GBP weaker? Euro NZD 61.8. Not a good structure. Euro AUD below 88.6. When they cross the shorter period and the middle period, it's usually a sign of incoming correction. Could be that not in this case. AUDCHF, not a good structure to me. AUD count. Should be studying market a little bit more under the angle of harmonic patterns. No, it's not encouraging. Okay, so if I remember correctly, From a Forex, we have Euro JPY. To enter long, and USD CHF for a short. Due to this bigger fib. NZD USD I also wanted to short it for some reason, but it's confusing to me. I decided at the end that I'm gonna wait for a confirmation there to long it. Other than that, I remember saying something about GJ, adding a position there or moving stop loss to break even. And GBP USD, even longing it in a bearish market. GU. GBP NZD nothing. GBP CAD nothing. GBP AUD nothing. Perhaps even shorting it. Yes, might be wise to short it because it's 61.8 disrespected. And we have a long channel, falling channel. RSI was sometimes higher, sometimes lower. GBP AUD short. USD CAD. Does the old logic still apply? Disrespected. It's quite possible that it does. Trying to short it still? No. CHF JPY. Consultation. Okay, CHF JPY long. CAD JPY nothing. NZD USD already said. I want to short it. And perhaps short it. USD JPY. One, two, three. Let's study the history. And then we're gonna dismiss the 1, 2, 3 kind of move. 1, 2, 3. It still can go higher, like fourth wave or extended third wave. In this case, because it's perfect. Because it's second wave probably extended. This is a first one. 1, 1. And this is a second, not a third. This might be a continuation, an uptrend. So USD JPY long. Listen, why not? I'm gonna enter just 7 trades and look how it developed. You're gonna have to fasten the process a little bit. The progress. USD CHF already said it. AUD USD nothing. USD AUD nothing. Dollar index. No, in the case of war, in the case of conflicts, the countries are gonna have to buy weapons, and USA is going to profit on this. US dollar is going to be pushed upwards. Well, it was in the consolidation period. It's still in a downtrend. No, let's draw some channel, trend line. Who knows? Call it. No, we are breaking above that channel for there was slight break once. I don't know, long-term perspective is unknown for me. We are still in a very strong downtrend when looking at moving averages. US dollar is behaving very dynamically. But it broke the channel. You see, we had head and shoulders over there. One head, shoulder, shoulder, and another head. And now there is a trend line on the dollar, probably. And if this trend line is going to be broken, then probably it's going to fall down, but it's far away from doing that. So instead of doing this price channel, we might just paint the trend line. Big 10 trend line. Yeah. Again, important point over there. But for the price to reach that point, we're gonna have to need some time and space. So it's going to need some time. Euro USD, nothing. Euro JPY, long. Euro CAD, nothing. Euro CHF, nothing. GBP, Euro GBP, nothing. Oh, a long. Not the cleanest structure, to be honest. Too many fibs, too many paintings. Too many paintings. What was there? I was counting Elliots. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Carat was a C. 1, 2, 3, and again A, B, C. Carat. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. And then reach point of consolidation. And right now, again, you can count away. So 1, 2, extended 1, 3, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Let's go back to the triangles, because the triangles were there to help me with defining market. One, two, three small Elliots. Because I'm looking at the extremities of RSI, and I'm looking at this kind of triangles, but the top of one is the beginning of another. So this is my strategy. I was very excited at the beginning because I developed a strategy which I called like phantom Elliott sleeve or something like that, but it wasn't that easy to apply that strategy into trading due to the position size and the type of trading that I wanted to do. So I decided that it's a good like strategy to discover or to orient in the current market condition, but it should be a helping tool to make a scalping decisions, because if you want to trade on the small lot sizes, then you really need to, if you want to risk not that much money, then you have to keep small positions. And to keep small positions, you really have to dive like this far. You have to look like on the market like this. Like this is your point of interest. And then you can, risk like $10 over there. If you look at the market like this on a daily, let's say, then your smallest risk position is like about $50, and it's not that easy because you're already risking a lot. So let's look at this on a 4-hour. I'm gonna probably make a refreshing video about my Phantom Elliott sleeve strategy. It's only about Elliott, the waves Elliott pattern, but it's also combined with RSI extremes. So, you never know when RSI is going to reach another point. You might think it's over there, but it's going to be over there. It's not that easy. Therefore, no, for some reason I really like this bullshit. I really like to draw this kind of stuff. We have some Elliott. Perhaps that's the missing point that I was looking for. Okay, and instead of this, I'm gonna use that. And this is going to be a 3-hour long video, including me eating my breakfast. Market is really distorted, so if you look at this like that, count the waves. 1, 2, 3. There's not 3 waves. It means that this is a corrective move from the previous one. Then we have to look at the daily now. Perhaps that's the answer. That's the answer. That's the answer, perhaps. You see? I think I'm starting to see something. This is a bottom or beginning, and there is a top, and there is a bottom. So we have to draw a triangle from there, there, and this is the Elliott. And no, I have no idea who's going to watch this video. Only me. This is a beginning of the Elliott. This is a end of it. And this is a top of the Elliott. 1, 2 extended, 3, A, B, C. See that? Also there, 1, on a daily time frame. Those bastards. No, I shouldn't be probably swearing. Using the words. There's a consolidation range, so there's nothing on the market. 1, this is the beginning. First wave. 1, 2, and 3. A, B, C. Okay. We have detected another Elliott. And right now, yes, I'm 100% sure we're gonna go up higher due to the Elliott. Yes, Euro GBP is a good trade. Do we have it? Okay. Absolutely. So I think we have to add the Elliott waves on a daily time frame, because you cannot rely on the Elliott from what, like 4 hour, because look at this. Where to even start? This is more like harmonic pattern on a 4 hour. So on a daily you look at Elliott's. On a 4 hour you look at harmonic patterns. Or something similar, because this was a harmonic pattern. At least it seems like to me. Okay. One. No. Oh, I remember. I remember this. played out. Okay, I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed over there. No, it's completely invisible on a daily time frame, but the bigger Elliots are visible on a bigger time frame. I feel guilty not having fun with my daughter, but looking at the charts and letting her watch some movies, farming simulator videos. It's already almost 3 hours long. Okay, that's not good. So I think that's it. I'm gonna edit this video real quick and see you soon. I'm gonna think about entering those positions, and then that's it. Thank you. Bye.